Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to tackle something that sits at the absolute foundation of your entire cloud journey, and that's creating your very first Amazon Web Services account. But look, we aren't just going to open an account and call it a day. No way. We're going to build a completely secure AWS environment right from scratch. You can kind of think of it like building a digital safe house. We want a structure that is rock solid, totally locked down from intruders, and completely free from any of those nasty financial surprises. So, what actually stops people from jumping into things like cloud engineering, AI, or DevOps? Time and time again, the number one roadblock I see isn't that the technology is too hard. It's actually fear. It's the very real fear of waking up to an unexpected, massive $10,000 bill or having a poorly secured account hijacked by malicious bots just to mine cryptocurrency. I hear about this literally all the time, but I promise you, this explainer is the exact antidote to that fear. We are going to eliminate those risks entirely today. All right, here's our roadmap for building this safe house. First, we'll prepare your setup. Then, create the root account. Third, lock it down with MFA. Fourth, create your IAM admin. Fifth, set up budget alerts. And finally, step 6, we'll navigate the new credit system. Let's get right into it.
Phase 1. Prepare your setup. We need to gather our materials before we start building.
Okay, so before you even open your web browser, you absolutely need to have these 4 items ready to go. First up, a permanent email address. Please do not use a temporary or disposable email, and actually try to avoid using a work email for a personal learning account too, because, well, if you change jobs, you lose access to your entire AWS kingdom. Second, you need a real phone number for SMS or voice verification. Third, grab a valid credit or debit card. Now, don't panic here. AWS is just going to place a temporary hold, usually around $1 single, just to validate the card. It's completely harmless and it gets fully refunded. Finally, you're going to need a highly secure password. I'm talking 12 to 16 characters, mixing uppercase, lowercase, and symbols. The whole shebang. Moving on to phase 2. Create your root account. It's time to pour the foundation. All right, when you hit that Create an AWS Account button, you're going to follow a pretty logical flow. First, enter that permanent email and verify it. Next, go ahead and set that fortress-level password we just talked about. Now, when AWS asks how you plan to use the account, make sure you select Personal. Even if you're learning, say, Enterprise AI Engineering, a personal account is exactly what you need right now. Add your contact and payment info, verify your identity with a quick text message code, and this is absolutely crucial. For the final step, make sure you select the Basic Support Plan. That is the completely free tier. You really don't want to accidentally click the developer or business support plans unless you're looking to pay a monthly fee right out of the gate. Okay, phase 3, lockdown with MFA. We've built the house, now we need to change the locks. There is a very common saying in the cloud world. The root account is the keys to your entire AWS kingdom. Securing it with MFA should be the very first thing you do, and it is absolutely true. The root account can delete resources, change your billing, or close the account entirely. If someone gets their hands on this password, it is game over. So we are not taking any chances here. What you're going to do is go directly to the Security Credential section in AWS and assign a multi-factor authenticator device. You'll want to use an authenticator app for this, but listen, here is a really crucial point. Make sure you use an app that has cloud backup, something like Authy or 1Password. If you use an app without cloud backup and say you drop your phone in a lake, well, you are completely locked out of your root account, and going through AWS support to recover it can literally take days. Also, when AWS shows you the QR code to scan, it's going to provide a text secret key. Save that key in a password manager or even a physical safe. It is your ultimate backup plan. Phase 4. Create your IAM admin. Let's set up your daily driver. Here's a huge best practice. You should almost never log in with your root user again. Think of the root user like your master keys. They go straight into a digital vault, and you only bring them out if you need to change billing details or close the account entirely. Instead, what we do is create an IAM user, give it administrator access, and generate a special login link just for that specific user. This IAM admin is where you're going to log in with every single day to spin up servers, build databases, and actually learn cloud engineering. It's a massive security win to separate your daily tasks from those master billing keys. Phase 5. Set up budget alerts. Time to install the security alarms. $10. I really want you to focus on this number. Setting a tiny monthly threshold, like $10, is honestly the absolute cheapest insurance policy for a beginner's peace of mind. Look, if you ever accidentally spin up some massive server and just completely forget about it, we want AWS to scream at us the exact second the bill hits a few dollars, right? Not at the end of the month when you're suddenly looking at thousands of dollars in unexpected charges. The good news is, setting this up takes exactly 2 minutes. Inside your AWS Management Console, just open the billing dashboard and click on Budgets. You're going to create a cost budget and simply type in $10 for your monthly threshold. Then, and this is the alarm part, tell AWS to email you when you hit 50%, 80%, and 100% of that budget. Just pop in your email, click Save, and boom, you're done. You'll now get an automatic email the moment your account hits just $5 in charges. That gives you plenty of time to log in and turn off whatever you might have left running. And finally, Phase 6. Master the credit system. Let's navigate these new 2026 pricing updates. So AWS recently completely overhauled their old 12-month free tier with a brand new credit-based system. You basically have 2 distinct paths now, the free plan and the paid plan. If you are an absolute beginner and you're just looking to practice for exams or learn the basics without any anxiety at all, I highly recommend choosing the free plan. It gives you a 6-month sandbox where you literally cannot be charged, though your access is limited to some of the smaller services. Now, if you want the full catalog of AWS tools for more advanced projects, you'd use the paid plan, where you burn through promotional credits first, but you will be billed if you run out. For your very first account, the free plan is for sure the ultimate risk-free training ground. But hey, regardless of which plan you end up choosing, you have to practice good cloud hygiene to protect your credits and your wallet. Treat it exactly like cleaning your house. When you're done learning for the day, make sure you stop your idle EC2 virtual servers. Delete any load balancers you aren't using anymore. Seriously, those things eat up credits incredibly fast, even when they're just sitting there doing nothing. Remove any unattached storage volumes. Make it a solid habit to check the AWS Cost Explorer every single week so you always know exactly what is running under the hood. And there you have it. You have successfully built a completely secure, highly protected AWS safe house. Your root account is totally locked behind MFA, your daily driver IAM admin is set up, your budget alarms are fully armed, and you know exactly how the new credit system works. You are officially ready to dive into cloud engineering, AI, and DevOps without a single drop of fear. So the only question left to answer is, what will you build first?